Word people, Flipcrafter here with TechniCube. Welcome to the TechniCube server. This is going to be a overview video of the first week. This is the spawn chunks. We arrived in this world fresh TechniCube members. There was a village here that we knew about. We got those villagers, brought them over that little tunnel here. Within the first hour, I had this entire iron golem farm made, where we could trade with the villagers, and it produced iron. It was automated within a couple minutes after the first hour. Within the second hour, we had the witch farm working and made. We had, I think it was, they had at this point gotten all the books ready for us to kill the Ender Dragon, and by the third hour, we were fighting the Ender Dragon and had taken him down, and I think it was 3.25 hours, 3.5. So we had a working witch farm and iron golem farm, and had the Ender Dragon down at the 4th hour, or the third 3.5 hours, I think. We then made wheat farm. We got nether wart. There is carrots and potatoes over here. We made the sugarcane farm. We set up chests for every member on the server that's here and that's going to be playing. I set up a couple pumpkin and melon farms real quick so that we had some stuff. Oh, I'm going to freaking starve. I set up a quick cactus farm so that we had it anytime that we needed it. It works great, super small. We've got it. This was all of the chests were out here. Then we reorganized it, put it here. Went and caught farms. Now these were regular cows, not mushrooms. This didn't happen until I moved to my new base, but I'm doing the video a little bit late, so hopefully they'll be coming out a little bit more regularly. And the collection point, whenever we did this witch farm originally, was down here in this hole. And then we moved it to make it more convenient to the rest of the spawn chunks. Over here, along the top, let me show you guys this. And we found a skeleton spawner and spider spawner, and they're both within distance of each other. So if you go down here, within the first couple days, Ease had made this and made this work while I was working on, I believe, the slime farm. You just stand in here, you can box yourself in. We're gonna make this prettier. This is the pretty part of the farm. That's a spider spawner that automatically drops and kills and gives you string. And then you have a skeleton spawner over here that, oh, it's not even hooked up here yet. You gotta go around back, and then you get all the bones and everything that you need. So we have both of these things working. The AFK spot activates both of them. The farm is like, I think right back there. So that all happened within the first week. Let me think what else happened. My basic gears you see in my hotbar. I didn't have many ender pearls at the time, but I was using iron pickaxe, iron axe. I was using whatever gear happened to be by. I was wearing crap gear constantly, and we were in 21B, I believe it was, because that was the only stable snapshot around at the time. So 21, oh, I'm freaking humping a block. 21B was going on. We have all the animal farms. We have an automatic chicken farm. I made all those. We had not set up a slime farm yet. Also within the first week we set up an Enderman farm, and I will show you that now. So here we are at the end. This is the probably the 5th or 6th day. We decided, Ease came over here and he said that he was going to be making him an Enderman farm. So he set this all up and was making it nice and pretty. So we waited for him, and he didn't end up making it fast enough, and the whole server said, hey, we need experience. So I decided, why we're TechniCube, why be limited to one farm? Why not make multiple farms? So then over here, we came on and we tried to make JL's version. Was it JL? It was Panda's version. Panda's version of the farm. And whenever we did that, Did that not even hit? Whenever we did that, it doesn't seem to work. The endermite, we caught an endermite, we saved it, we named it. After we made this, the endermen just didn't, they did not even care about the endermite that we had caught and named. So, like, as you can see, it's a farm, it's not working. Maybe it is that it is broken in the snapshots, that the endermites don't chase the enderman. Maybe it's not broken. That maybe it was broken, that it was set up that could happen ever anyways. Maybe they're not supposed to. But for some reason the endermen are not chasing the endermite. I don't know if the endermite is still in here. Yep, the endermite is still in here. And these endermen just don't seem to care. So we're not quite sure why that happens, but we made this farm first. After we made that farm, we decided, since this farm doesn't work and we still need experience, I made a second farm. Well, a third farm at that point, because we already got started on he's already got started on the first one. He's planning on doing a design with slime blocks. So see if I can get over there quicker. Yep. And nice. So I will show you the second farm, or the third farm now. So here we are coming up to the third farm. E's decided to make a teleporter. You're supposed to match your crosshair on the door and then run straight forward and throw your ender pearl. Whenever you do that, it pops the ender pearl up and you land on the platform. But he has not set it up so that it goes to the second one, so you're just hanging out in the middle of an area on some random platform. No one knows why. So that is currently how we have, but now down here, let's see, get this going. Woo! So we have this area. It's all nice and pretty. It's all laid out. I actually did the Enderman farm part of it, and they came back and made it pretty while I was not here. And these are ice paths under here, so you don't have to stay in this thing. We'll take the ice path back. But this has actually been edited and messed with a couple times. There was an ice path. There was an ender rail. Gary's planning on coming in and setting up his area here, but this is what we have. And it works great. And let me just show you the outside of it real quick. And this is what we have. It is King Happy's design Enderman farm. The whole thing, we did not have the beacon at the time, but the whole thing was done on, I believe, the 6th day of being on the server. Alright, now back, this is the portal back to the main village. This is where we decided on the 3rd week, 4th week, we could not update to the new snapshot. It was not stable enough, so what we decided, or not 3rd week, the 3rd, 4th day, we could not update to the new snapshot. So I decided that I was going to make my temporary base, since my base is going to be completely focused on the new, what are they called? The new Guardians. I was going to make a temporary base here in the Nether, and I was going to spend my time making this fortress so that we could get ourselves some beacons. And I found that there was some new awesome setups, that we had an amazing setup here for the Nether. Let me get over here, get through this. You should die. You all, I'm on fire. And I cannot die while doing this. Okay, I'm alive. Why is there just random death? Okay. So we made this, and then after we made this, Sir Valiant came in here right at the end, and he tweaked it up. That was around the 7th or 8th day, right whenever we were leaving the area, moving out to our new base. Sir Valiant got back from a trip, but this is what we found on the server. That is a triple intersection. 1, 2, 3 intersections, and there is a blaze spawner that exists right here. That is a blaze spawner right above my head. And then right over here, there's another blaze spawner. So, right there. So, in between that and that is a triple intersection. So, we planned on making a beautiful, amazing farm here. and once we did the bottom layer, we started on the top layer, and we had multiple different deaths that happened. We found out that the snapshots are insanely buggy when it comes to pigmen. If you just accidentally happen to upset one of these pigmen, then they are going to, everything in the whole nether, the entire server bogs down. This is 21B up through 29B, because right at the end of the week, on the 7th day, I believe, on the server, we went to 29B. So that is what we accomplished. We made this area. Let me show you our base real quick. This is where we spent a lot of our time, and I exploded multiple times. This is just simple things from the nether that we had. This chest was full of some more stuff. Why am I opening furnaces and crafting tables? Let me see. So that's it for this area here. We are now going to be heading back to spawn chunks, and I will show you the last little bit of what we accomplished before we moved on. Alright guys, so let's see, the last thing that we have, let's just run it down real quick. We've got the fishing farm, we've got the Mario, this guy right here. We caught him, kept him in the area. It is a zombie riding a chicken, and Major keeps freaking filling this area up with chickens. We don't know why. We got our brewing station going, got the farms, and I spent about, I don't know, I would say 4 hours or so, something like that, laying out spawn chunks. So everything, this banner that's in the sky is us laying out spawn chunks. The very last thing that I believe that we did, right before we set off on our mission to get to our new base, is that we came down here and we emptied out this area for these slimes to spawn. And when we laid out this area for the slimes to spawn, they just would not spawn. What is, something just fell down. Something is trying to kill me. And the void fog is now too much. Alright, there we go. So we hollowed out this whole area, hoping that slimes would spawn. And for some reason, slimes just were not spawning. It was a bug in the snapshot. So we did all this, and then once we upgraded right at the end to the new snapshot, we found that the slimes would spawn in the new snapshot, because we had a whole bunch of those areas down there that slimes were just crawling around everywhere. So we chose this slime chunk and the chunk right next to it right here, and we decided that this was going to be our slime farm. So this is what we've got. The last thing that we did before everything was all said and done is we packed up our stuff and we headed out to my new base, which is a mushroom island way out that way, and it's got a guardian temple right next to it. So that is it. I think that completely sums up the first week on the server, at least for me. So thank you guys so much. Peace, I'm out. Thank you guys so much for liking, following, sharing, and subscribing to me. Follow me on Twitch in order to see all this stuff go on live.